Hi, this is Larry Schultz, and I'm going to be doing a demonstration of IKBoost on a simple little rig here. You can see the bones in my little juice carton. There was a post on the New Tech forum, and somebody was asking about how they might animate a juice carton with a little bit of squash and stretch and so on. And so I thought it would be interesting to do a little demonstration of such a rig. And like I said, the bones are real simple. I've got just a couple of leg bones in each side and then some spine bones going up in the juice carton. And then I've got, and these I'm using joints rather than bones. And I'll explain why here in a second. But what I can do is grab these. I've got these controllers down here at the bottom of the tips of the feet fixed so that when I grab the body controller, so I can make the knees bend, flex, so to speak. I've got this controller at the very tip top of this bone here set up with a handle. So if I click off the top of this linear controller here, I can twist all the upper body bones additively just with that one control. And then here I've got this controller set to move mode rather than to rotate mode. So I can, since it's a joint, I can just stretch it around. So I've got that squash and stretch. So all very simple on the same rig. And then, so what I want to do is I want to do a sort of a basic walk cycle with this. And I'll pose this first set up like this. So just kind of pull these forward for the one leg and the other leg backwards. And I want to make it sort of a quick walk cycle. So what I'm going to do is go here to frame 10 and then just sort of just reverse the pose on this like that. Okay, so he's doing this, and then I want to be able to repeat it at frame 20. So I'm going to go to frame 0, and then I'm going to go here to the dope track to frame 20 and right click and copy key from current, and it copies the pose from the current frame I'm on here like that. So I've got the basic keyframe set up, and I want to go to 5, and I want to set 5 up so this guy is lifting like so, and he comes back down, and then the other leg is going to be doing the same thing on frame 15. Sort of that passing pose. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, I think we'll bring this one back just a little bit like that. So you get it cycling. Okay, and I also want to do this. So when it's over here, I want this to sort of twist the opposite way like that. Let's go to my next frame there. So that's cool. And twist the opposite way like so. And then it's going to twist back to where it was. So again, I just want to do what I did before, make it easy on myself, and just copy key from current So we're twisting. And then I also just want to, on here, on this pose, stretch this a bit. Comes down. And stretch it a bit this way again. And again, just to make it easy, let's just copy this key from current. So nice little quick little walk. He's bouncing around. Okay, so now I want to do this for, well, let's say 240 frames. Like so. And I have my keyframe mode set to all items, which means everything that I was keying, regardless of what I was touching, is everything's getting a keyframe, all the bones. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to right click and drag through here. Let's do this first. 10, so that's 10, 20, 30, so we go 25. So it's the passing frame is again 5, and since we're looping at 20, I'm going to say let's go from 5 to 20. I'm going to say copy keys, frame 5 to frame 20, and we're going to paste at 25 all items. Hit OK. So now we've got looping twice. Okay. Now something else I want to do. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say that from 0 to about 10 for that foot is when that foot is planted on the ground, that pointy part right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and drag through here, and I'm going to put set bake spot. Okay, 0 through 10. And I'm going to go to the other foot, and I'm going to say from 10 through 20 he's planted. Okay, so 10 through 20. So I'm going to say set bake spot there. 10 through 20. Like so. And see how it leaves a little marker there? I can expand the marker out. I can move it, slide it. I can pull these ends out. Okay. And this is going to repeat. So 10 through 20 and 30 through 40. Set bake spot. Okay, so 29, 30 through 40. Okay, and let's go back to this guy here. So 0 through 10. And then 20 to 30. This one is doing it again. So let's go here. Set bake spots. 20 through 30. Okay. So those are marking when the feet are planted. Okay. Now let's extend this out even further. So 40. And I'm going to go 5 through 40. Just to help myself remember, 5 through 40 is going through 40, is going to be pasted at 45, so I can just go here through here, copy keys, 5 through 40, paste at 45, all items. And if you notice, it also copied the bake spots. Okay, so at 80, let's go to 85. And I'm going to say 5 through 80, 5 through 80. Copy keys. Gets copied at 80 to 85. And see how it's easy to just to keep doing this. So we're at 160. Let's go to 165. And let's go 5 to 160. Copy keys. 5 to 160. Paste at 165. So I've got this whole thing cycling that many times. Let me just close this for a second. So you can see that. Okay, right now I'm off my bake spots. I put a couple of them in the wrong spot, but here's where I was talking about before. I can go and slide these over like so. And just keep doing that. So they're not set in stone when you do these. Okay, and let me switch feet. And these ones are all right. Okay, so I've got these. And I'm going to add a couple more of these bake spots here. Hold on. Excuse me. And let's go here. Set bake spot. It's a little easier to do this if you do it in the beginning before you loop them. But if you forgot to, if for some reason it didn't work right, or you screwed this up, then no biggie. Let's do this here. Okay. Set the bake spots. One 180 to 190. Okay. And let's go here. Set bake spot 200 to 210. And set bake spot 220 to 230. Okay, that's all I need, I think. So let's zoom out here. And so what we've got is about 200 and something frames of our juice guy walking in place, and we've got these bake spots set up. So if we're cool with everything where we think all the timing's supposed to be, then I can go in here to the IKBoost menu and go auto bind. Now what that does when I do the auto bind is now he's walking forward. And let me just close the dope track. Isn't that cool? So got him strutting forward. So where I created each of the bake spots, it goes in there and determines that's the region for which it's going to lock that foot in place. And since the feet are being locked in place, it takes the motion that were on the legs and shoves them up into the body. Now here's another cool thing. Here's the body. Okay, change the mode to rotate. Let's go to the top view here. So here's where it's moving along. And let me just give you a better view here. Okay. So at some point, say here, I want it to turn. And I'm going to use auto apply. So what I can do is I'm going to change the heading. And look, it changed the path. So he's turning. I can bring him back. So let's check it out. So he's walking along, turns, change the direction again. And if I have to, if there's a little bit of a slippage somewhere where I turned him, I can then do the auto bind. That's pretty cool. But this is just some of the things that IKBoost will do that are built into it. But this being able to change the path and everything after the animation's done, and being able to extend the animation that far and lock the feet and all that stuff is really pretty nifty. Anyways, thank you for watching.